My name's Simon MALBTYS, originally from the UK, moved to Australia in the late 80s, early 90s, started surfing in Sydney, and then the only logical thing to do was to move to Byron Bay. Yeah, there's lots of ways. I came here for a week with a couple of guys I was working with in Sydney because I was a roofer. It was raining predicted to rain for 2 weeks. They closed the site. We didn't really know what to do, so one of the guys said, let's go to Byron and have a surf. At the time I didn't surf, so I didn't really know anything about it. Went out to the bar that night, got drunk. Next day they're kind of pushing me into waves at the pass. And I got the bug some 30 odd years ago. About 2 years to move here permanently. Every holiday I was here surfing the pass, but to make the move permanently it took a couple of years. I was kind of lucky that I had a few good contracts. I pretty much just surfed for about 10 years. And then money started to run out. I didn't want to go back into the building, so I got a job just over the road at MALBTYS surf shop, selling surfboards. Working in MALBTYS, they had the factory out the back. They made all their surfboards on site. So he was always in the factory, having a look around, seeing what was being done, and they were also fixing their own surfboards there and fixing other people's surfboards. There wasn't too many people around then, so there wasn't a big call for surfboard repairs. So all the guys, all the tradesmen were, you saw them every day. So I kind of picked it up there, and then another guy started working in the showroom, and all of a sudden surfing got really busy, and there was lots of dings. So he had the idea to set up a business in fixing dings, and I worked with him for a few years. Then we went our own way, and I got my own factory just here, just over the road from MALBTYS, and he got a factory just around the corner. As we went along, we kind of learnt more, checking in with the old guys in the industry for tips and how to fix things. Everything you do to make a surfboard, you need to know to fix a surfboard. In the surfboard industry, you have guys that will just shape the board, then you'll have guys that will laminate the surfboard with fiberglass, and then you'll have guys that will sand that, guys that will polish that, guys that colour match. When you're fixing a ding, you have to know how to do them all, because the foam will be broke, you have to shape that back in, then you have to laminate, then you've got to sand it, and you've got to polish it, and you've got to know how to colour match as well. So all the techniques are the same, but you have to know how to do them all. So those 5 trades will all fit into one when you fix a ding. When we left MALBTYS, because there was no room, I was working from home for a while, and it just got too busy. It was just too annoying for my housemates, as I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning getting people's boards ready so they could surf that day. So the next step was to get a factory. This factory is in the hub of surfing in Byron Bay in the industrial estate. This is where all the surf shops are, all the surf factories are right here, so everybody's around. So it's a good space, it's in a good location. Anyone who surfs in Byron, all the way down to Lennox Head, all the way up to the Gold Coast, I'm fixing their boards. I get boards sent down from Noosa, up from Sydney. Those areas, there's not many people doing it. In some of those areas, there's nobody doing it. I'm fixing boards 5 days a week. I could be fixing boards 7 days a week if I wanted to. I'm flat chat, probably fixing anywhere up to 40 boards a week, and people want them back all the time, so it's busy. Yeah, the solution is to basically teach people how to fix their own board. It's not that complicated. After a few goes, you can get it down really well. The beauty is as well, if you can fix your own boards, you're going to get it back quicker than a guy like me where you're going to be waiting 2 or 3 weeks. And if you live in an area where there's nobody doing it, you learn that skill yourself, you've got that skill for life. You can fix your board and you can go surfing within the day, even after a couple of hours. So I think there's an opportunity for people to learn a skill, feel a sense of accomplishment when they fix their own board, and just the timing as well. It's just, you're going to get it back straight away. Basically, I've put together upwards of 30 videos on the smallest scratch to a board that's snapped in half. Fin plugs coming out, fins snapping off, creases in your board, colour matching, working with epoxy. So these videos are all broken into separate repairs. It's going to be step by step with me, telling you how to fix your board and fixing it to a professional level. So there'll be a price. It might be the same as getting the board fixed professionally or even a little bit more, but the beauty of it is that you're learning a skill for life. All my repairs, hopefully the first time you've done a repair, you'll remember that. You're going to keep the video anyway, but after 1 or 2 times of doing those repairs, it'll just be natural to you.